1%. It sounds like a rounding error, the kind of number nobody would bother to argue about. But in investing, 1% a year is not small at all. Over a lifetime, a fee that size can quietly swallow a quarter of everything your money would ever earn. You will never get a bill for it. You will never watch it leave your account. And that is exactly why it works. Today, the fee almost nobody shows you, and the simple math that reveals what it truly costs. If you like money explained calmly, in plain English, with nothing to hype and nothing to sell you, take a second and subscribe. Just a few clear breakdowns a week. Now, let us talk about the most expensive number most investors never even think about. Here is why investment fees fool almost everyone. They are shown to you as a tiny percentage, buried in a document you were never really meant to read. 0.75%? 1.2%. Numbers so small, they feel harmless, almost polite. And unlike your rent or your car payment, an investment fee never arrives as a bill. Nobody emails you to say, "This year we quietly took 1% of everything you own." It is simply skimmed, automatically, off the top of your account, a sliver at a time, before you ever see the balance. So it feels like nothing. It feels almost free. And a cost you cannot feel is a cost you will never fight. That is the whole trick. The fee is designed to be invisible, and invisible costs are the most expensive kind there is. And once you finally see one for what it really is, you can never quite unsee it again. So let us make it visible. Here is the one idea that changes how you see every fee for the rest of your life. An investment fee does not cost you 1%. It costs you 1% every single year, on a balance that is supposed to be growing, and it takes that cut before your money ever gets to compound. Think about what compounding really is. Every dollar you invest earns a return, and then that return earns its own return. Again and again, snowballing for decades. A fee reaches into that snowball every year and scoops out a handful before it can roll. You do not just lose the fee itself, you lose everything that money would have quietly become. The fee compounds against you, in perfect lockstep with the growth that was supposed to be yours. That is how a number that looks like a rounding error ends up costing you a quarter of your entire nest egg. Let me put real numbers on it, because this is where it clicks. Picture two people, same starting pot, $100,000, same market, earning about 7% a year, same 30 years of patience. The only difference between them is the fee. The first person holds low-cost funds, charging about 0.2% a year. After 30 years, at that 7%, their $100,000 grows to roughly $720,000. The second person is in an arrangement charging about 1.2% a year. That is one single percentage point more. Same market, same 30 years, same everything else. Their account grows to about $543,000. Look at that gap. Around $177,000, simply gone. Not to a crash, not to a bad bet, not to taxes. Gone to a fee that sounded like a rounding error. That 1 point difference quietly ate close to a quarter of everything the second person's money earned. Same road, same market. One of them just paid a toll the whole way and never once noticed. That right there is the quiet power of a percentage. It hides the true size of what it is actually taking from you. If this is landing, subscribe so the next breakdown finds you, because now I have to be fair with you, in a way most videos are not. Not every fee is a ripoff. Because if every fee were pure theft, this would be an easy video, and you would not need me for it. So here is the honest other side. A fee is not automatically bad. It is a price, and sometimes a price buys something real. A good advisor who stops you from panic selling at the bottom of a crash, who handles the messy parts of your financial life you will never enjoy, can genuinely be worth what they charge. The problem is not that fees exist. The problem is that most fees quietly fail to earn their keep. And the math we just did is exactly why the bar is so high. When a cost compounds against you for 30 years, it has to deliver a great deal to be worth it. Plenty of fees simply never clear that bar, year after year after year. The second thing to understand is that fees love to hide in layers, and the layers stack up. There is the expense ratio, the fee baked into a fund itself. There can be an advisory fee sitting on top, often around 1% of everything you have, every year. And inside a workplace retirement plan, there can be administration fees you never chose and never saw. Any one of them looks small. Stacked together, they are how you end up quietly paying that full, painful percentage point or more without a single line item ever screaming it at you. So here is how you actually take control of this in 4 steps. Step 1. Find your all-in number. Not the vibe of it, the actual number. Add up the expense ratios on your funds, plus any advisory fee, plus any plan fees, and turn that into one single percentage. That is what you are really paying every year. Most people have honestly never seen this number, and simply finding it is most of the battle. Step 2. Learn what cheap actually looks like. Broad, low-cost index funds today commonly charge somewhere from a few hundredths of 1% up to maybe 0.2. That is your yardstick. It does not mean everything you own has to be that cheap. It means that when you are paying many times more than that, you should be able to say exactly why. The distance between cheap and expensive here is not a rounding error either. It is close to the whole ballgame. Step 3. Make every fee justify itself. For each cost you are paying, ask one blunt question. What am I getting for this that I could not get far cheaper somewhere else? If the honest answer is nothing, then that is not a fee. That is a leak. Step 4. Mind the forgotten accounts. That old retirement account from a job 2 employers ago is often quietly sitting in some of the most expensive options you will ever hold. Moving it into a low-cost option can be one of the highest value hours you ever spend, for no extra risk at all. So let us bring it home. An investment fee is not a small thing that costs a small amount. It is quietly one of the most expensive small numbers in your whole financial life. It is a small-looking number that compounds against you for decades and quietly claims a share of everything your money would ever earn. 1% is not 1%. Over a lifetime, it can mean a quarter of your gains, taken so smoothly you never feel the hand in your pocket. So make the invisible visible. Find your all-in number, compare it to what cheap really costs, and make every single fee prove that it is worth it. Do that, and you are not being cheap. You are simply refusing to hand over a quarter of your future for nothing at all. If this made investment fees feel simple instead of sneaky, subscribe and stick around. It is the best way to keep these calm money breakdowns coming. Next, we look at a 2026 retirement rule that quietly trips up a lot of higher earners and how to stay on the right side of it. And one honest note before you go. This is general education, not financial advice. The figures here, the $100,000 example, the 7% return, the fee levels, are round numbers chosen to show you how the math works, not a prediction and not a recommendation of any specific fund, advisor, or product. Your returns, your fees, and your own situation will be your own. So run the numbers on your actual accounts and make the call that fits your life.